Hey folks, Bang Bang here from the RPG Shooting Team social media. Today we're here to do the range testing of the JP-15 Ultralite. We've already done the table talk, but for those who have not watched that video, we're going to cover some highlights about this firearm. So this is a JP Enterprise 1522 that shoots a 22 LR. And some of the big things about this firearm, one is it's got a 16-inch shroud that is pinned to a 6-inch barrel. The ambidextrous safety. Whether you're a righty or a lefty, you have both. Another interesting feature right there, the big magazine release right there. We do know that JP himself wanted to use the 1522 style mags because he felt they were more reliable. This has a spacer on the front, which makes this mag compliant with this firearm. And that's what he wanted. The other thing is the roller trigger. So if you can see the roller trigger, that's another big plus with that. So now we're going to begin the ammo testing. These are the magazines they sent us, and that's what we're going to do all the testing with. One is a 25 rounder, and we have a 10 round mag. So that is what we're going to do the testing with. First up is going to be blazers. Okay, now we're going to use the 25 round mag with the blazers, and we're going to see how she does. We're going to restart again. We're going to do a 10 round and a 25 round. I did not load the 25 to full capacity. It's about at 20, and the 10 rounds to capacity. And the reason we're doing that is because we had a couple problems. So we don't know if it was the way I put the magazine in, and we had 2 problems with feeding. So we're going to see what happens. Okay, now we're going to use the 22 mini mags. Okay, we had one. It just didn't seem to feed 100% correctly. So we're going to reload that mag real quick, and we're going to run another 10 rounds through it. So we're going to continue on with the ammo testing, and we got Federal Auto Match here, and we've been having some trouble with this 10 round mag. We believe this could be the culprit. We've had a couple, it doesn't matter what ammo we're shooting, we at least have one failure to feed. So we're going to continue on. We're going to see what happens. Up next, we're going to use Ely Force. Now, this isn't 40 grain, it's 42 grain, but it's LR, and it's a high velocity round. .25 rounder seemed to work. Not the 10. So up next would be the Aguila 40 grain. This is their copper coated. It kind of mimics mini mags. We have, for testing purposes, taken out the 10 round magazine, and we're strictly going to go with the 25 round. We believe that there might be an issue with that 10 round mag. Okay, since we had trouble with the 10 round mag and we just ran Aguila, so now we're going to go back through with some of the others that we had some issues with on the 10 round mag, and we're going to rerun them just to make sure we're on target. So up now is the mini mags. We're going to run 2 mags of it. Keep in mind, we only have 1 mag to work with. Okay, we had an issue on that last mag, but I believe that was the way I loaded it. That was self-induced. That was not ammo or gun related or mag related. So we're going to run another mag. She ran. We just got done shooting, and we've noticed something. So we were sent 2 mags with the spacers on the front, a 10 round and a 25 round. The 25 round, if you're careful with the loading, doesn't seem to be an issue. However, there's something going on with this one, so we're taking that one out of the equation. Now we're back to the Blazer 40 grain. Good to go. We're back to the Blazer second mag of 25. We're going to rerun Ely Force with the 25 round mag. So next up is Norm Attack 22. And you might ask, hey, why are you running that? Well, it does say 1,100 feet per second. It's not quite standard velocity. It's not quite HV. It kind of falls somewhere in between, especially with a 6-inch barrel. Some of that velocity is going to come off, but we're going to see if she runs, because we already know from previous experience, standard velocity will run in this gun, even though it's not recommended. standard velocity on the box, 40 grain. I shoot this a lot out of all the different guns that I actually compete with, and so does Chris. And it advertises 1070 feet per second. Probably not going to get that out of a 6-inch barrel shrouded, but we're going to run it. Here's the first mag. Mag 1, good to go. Good to go. So folks, we've completed the ammo testing, and now we're just going to give you some general footage of the gun being run. So just to show you that this gun is ambidextrous, I'm going to shoot it lefty like a lefty would. Not sure if it's going to be 100% like a lefty would. Okay, so we've done the ammo testing. We've completed the actual general shooting. So I'm going to give you the pros of this gun. First and foremost, made in America. Number 2, this gun is very, very well made. What I like is the big controls, the ambidextrous. It is last round bolt open. Some people may like that, some people may not. The other thing I'm going to tell you that I really like in shooting this gun is it's like shooting an invisible ray gun. What I mean by that is it does not bounce. It stays steady. There's very little or no movement at all compared to some of the other guns. I just like the gun in general. I was a little disappointed with that 10-round mag. I don't know what's up with that, but we figured it out and we got it going. That's something you're going to probably have to be aware of. Vet it out, vet it out, vet it out. And what I mean by that is vet out your mags, vet out your ammo. The other thing I'm going to mention is the trigger. I'm 50-50 on that trigger. I would much prefer a flat trigger, but it is really smooth. So I'm going to turn it over to Chris, and Chris is going to tell you what he likes about this gun.
We've been out here filming today. We've been shooting today with this JP rifle, and you've seen what's happened. You know what's going on. So you don't have to hear my opinion so much, but a couple things to talk about. If you watch our social media, you've probably seen or would have seen behind the scenes in the time that we've had this rifle. I've been out shooting it in some matches. Now, I can tell you that I didn't have any problems like you saw in this footage today until we got here using that 10-round mag. When I was shooting the rifle, I used the 25-round magazine you see here and another 25-round magazine that was my own personal property. Understand that this is how JP provided the gun to us. This is how we're going to evaluate it for you on film. I'm like Mike. I like the gun. The biggest part of this gun I like is what he talked about being invisible or like a ray gun. And what I mean is, let's compare something for a moment. These are the two guns that make up the bulk of the competitive shooting world out there. This is the Volquartsen Ultralite with the mod shot stock. These are the guns that are competing at the top end of the world speed shoot. JP Enterprises wanted to break into that market, and they wanted to build their Ultralite rifle based on an AR platform. This is the two sides that you have to choose from. If you want to race 22s, this is the top shelf of it. This is my personal rifle. I've had it for 3 years now. I love it to death. It works great. But if you're an AR-15 kind of guy, you're going to want something like this. If you're a PCC shooter running an AR platform, this is going to translate to you really well. The thing about the ray gun effect, what Mike talked about, is the fact that when you're shooting this gun, when I point it down range, when I press the trigger, there's almost no movement in the dot. Like, it's Pull the trigger, the gun goes bang, it's a bunch of noise. Even this Ultralite VQ doesn't quite respond that way. We're talking about low recoil, not that 22s have much, but in a match, when everything is about how much the dot moves to the next plate and matches are won and lost in tenths of a second, it counts. The compensator is mostly for looks. It's just a big open tube. It doesn't do much to compensate things. The roller trigger is nice. It's light, it's short, it's fast. But I'm like Mike. I'm a flat trigger guy. When my finger comes back, I want to hit that flat trigger straight on and be done. If you want an AR platform, if you want something like this JP rifle, if you think this is for you, go take a look at their gun builder, rifle builder option and see about that. This would be a very customized version of that gun at, probably $3,000. But take a look at it, and don't forget, like we talked about in the tabletop view, there's the Steel Challenge model, the one that they offer as a, kind of ready-to-go option you can order and have built. Or you can go in and build this thing out customizable for yourself.
So, if you like what you see, like, share, comment. Look us up on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're also on Rumble, just starting there. So give us a look. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. The other thing I would tell you is, on any of these products that we review, at least look at their website. You can see what they have to offer. Till next time, shoot straight and keep the powder dry.